business you should keep in mind, or you should have to be able to meet these moments. And I have them listed obviously on the piece of paper. So there's 4 for business owners, there's 3 for brand builders, and then there's 3 things that I think, whether you're building a brand or you're creating a business or building a business, you should keep in common. So number 1, for the business owners, right? Basic stuff, right? Basic, but I don't think we talk about them enough. And so what seems basic to one may seem complex to the other. But like, actually get a company. Like, we talk about building a business, and folks ain't actually got a business. They ain't got no EIN numbers. They haven't actually filed the LLC or the nonprofit organization with the state in which they're in. And these are very, very simple processes. These are complex terms, Secretary of State and employer identification number, but let's destigmatize it real quick. Just talk about what it is. Your employer identification number for your business is the social security number for your business. So there's different things the government uses to identify people, because we're nothing but a number to the government. And that's how they attribute your identity, your existence as a person, to certain means and measures of systems of accountability for the government. Your business has that too. And so your EIN number is that for your business. So if you want to meet the moment, I don't know if any of y'all ever worked with another company before, and even if, I shouldn't say another company, but a larger company or corporation or the government, you have to fill out W-9s. And in order to complete that W-9 and to do business, you put down your social security number, there's going to be a problem. You got to put down your EIN number for your business. Without your EIN number, it's good as doing business with nobody at all, or doing business with yourself, right? So not as an EIN number, but also like forming a company, right? And I won't give like a one-on-one talk on different business form types, but more often than not, depending upon what it is you're looking to do, creating a nonprofit organization or a limited liability company, that's basic stuff, but it's very important. And why? Because it ends up separating you from what it is you're creating. So if the value that you're looking to provide don't provide value like you think it was going to provide value, that doesn't hinder you personally, right? That thing can grow and go through changes on its own, separate from who you are and what you do. So when we talk about how can a business owner meet the moment, actually have a business, all right? And that means let it have an identity of itself that's separate from you. An LLC or a nonprofit organization, in addition to an employer identification number. So that's number 1. Number 2, this is huge. And this is something that, even being transparent, even with me, I'm actively working through this right now, but business insurance. So you know how is, and do not raise your hand and tell me, but you're supposed to have things like car insurance. If you drive uninsured, that's a dangerous situation, very dangerous situation. Same thing with like health insurance, right? One of the reasons why some of us stay in corporate America is because we want access to more affordable health insurance. You step outside of that, insurance is expensive regardless, and some people call it a scam. It's like you pay for something you hope you never have to use. But your business needs that scam too. And I don't think I know for a fact that's not a conversation we have nearly enough. I've been to conferences, and from government to corporations to public to private, and folks aren't talking about how to navigate general liability insurance for your business. And insurance does change based on what it is you do, but there are some general liability insurance plans, $1,000 a year, right? Which again, $1,000 seems like a lot of money until you break it down into 12 different pieces. And then you got to think about what it does for you. And simply having liability insurance, I learned it the hard way. So when I went and spoke, let's say at the NCAA, I signed these contracts that say, yes, I can come and speak here. And then I learned that inside of this contract, I'm actually agreeing to say that if something happens, I have insurance that'll cover if something goes wrong. Now, by God's grace, nothing ever went wrong. Things went right, very right, so they keep bringing me back. But should something have been wrong, I needed to cover myself up to $3 million in liability to be able to do that. And we're signing contracts sometimes so ready for the opportunity that if something goes wrong, it can go really, really wrong. And again, when I think about the cost of insurance, and again, it's going to be different based on your businesses, and so that can be a conversation off camera, but something as little as $1,000 a year can offset an expense as much as $3 million. And just having business insurance makes you qualified for unlimited opportunities. So that's number 2. And that's just something in all these talks I just never hear people talking about, business insurance. And I just watched it happen at Butler with these student businesses. A lot of them could not get a certificate of insurance for the companies they wanted to work for because they're so rare, because people just don't talk about it. And that's stopping these small businesses from incredible opportunities to work with amazing budgets. And I'd hate for y'all to be in a situation where you need a COI, or certificate of insurance, and you're like, how do I get that tomorrow? It's like, well, you need insurance to be able to do that. So number 2, business insurance. Number 3, you've heard me talk about this a lot, right? A lean canvas or a business plan. And I'm much more of a proponent for lean canvases than business plans. A lean canvas is a one-page version of a business plan. All right, so a business plan outlines so many depths and details as to what it is your business expects to do. And if you've heard me talk about this before, I say that business plans should be developed with the investor that wants to help you build your business. So we should not be writing business plans unless we actively have somebody that wants to help take that plan and put it into fruition in our present. But we all do need some kind of a plan. We got to understand our customers. Who do we need to get the business off the ground? How do we plan to be able to make money? A lean canvas is a one-page, 9-box setup that helps you ask a series of questions. Takes you no more than an hour and a half, 2 hours to be able to complete. And that kind of a plan puts you in a position to begin generating revenue. And it's when you grow the business off that lean canvas, your business might become attracted to an investor. And at that point, y'all collaborate on a business plan. So whether you're at a stage where you're attempting to prove a concept with a lean canvas, or you're sitting across the table from an investor who wants to take your business to the next level to be able to grow and scale it, we need one of those 2 things, right? If we want to seize the moment, be prepared to take advantage of the opportunities, we need a lean canvas or a business plan. And again, it's called a lean canvas because you're telling a story in a plan. This one's just more lean. It's got less fat on it, like what might be included inside of a business plan. Last but not least, and again, y'all have heard me talk about this several times, for the business owners, right? If you want to be able to seize the moment, be prepared to meet opportunities, you got to know your customer profile, that persona. Y'all heard me talk about REL over and over and over again, right? The more intimately connected you become to the person you're having consistent conversations with, it's going to help you become more effective in seizing those moments and opportunities so we don't miss these moments. And a lot of us miss the moment because we don't know our customer. Our customer walks right by us. Like the person who is made for what it is you've created walks right by you because you don't know who they are. And instead, we're pursuing somebody else who don't even want to have a conversation with you. Y'all ever been in an event like that where you see people who like actively want to talk to somebody and the person they want to talk to is spending time talking to people who couldn't care to talk to them? Like, dang, that sucks. Or we've been that person. Like, that's real. And so we do that in business too. And the person who's best positioned to experience your value walks right by you because you're trying to have a conversation with the wrong person. Landing my plane on this part. The beauty in having a conversation with the right person is that everybody else who's not part of that conversation wants to be a part of that too. Like, I don't focus on what's happening outside the room. I'm locked into what's happening here. And because I'm so locked into what's happening here, everybody out there wants to know what's going on inside, right? I don't try and talk to the people out there and miss what's happening in here. That's a wasted opportunity. That would be me missing the moment. And a lot of us miss those moments because we're trying to talk to the people outside instead of the people that are inside. So when I'm thinking about how do we seize the moment, right? How do we stay prepared? How do we stay ready? Those are the 4 things business owners need to do.